Hey there, darling ones. So, I want to talk to you today about a theme that I've been noticing coming up a lot the last few weeks around old patterns and habits and the new you that no longer wishes to live like that, and this discrepancy between old you and new you and all of the people that are involved, because it's when the new self or new ways or new insight into how you want to be starts to emerge, there is required to be change. And when there's change, there's usually other people that are going to be affected, and this can make making these changes particularly challenging. And I've been noticing there's been some discrepancy amongst my clients at the moment where they're noticing that they no longer want to have sex in this way, but the old way, they don't know how to communicate the change. There's just like a lot of stuff coming up around that. And I've been noticing it with like friends have been talking to me about some of these things, and I've been having some stuff come up. So I think, okay, this is important. This is going on for people. So I really want to talk about that today. My name is Nina. I'm a visionary creatrix of pleasure, play, and passion, and presence in people's lives. And it really is my passion for people, everyone, to be having this most incredible intimacy and connection, joy and orgasms, orgasmic bliss in their lives. So this is a really important piece to this. So I'm going to talk quite specifically so you can get a handle on what I mean. So, for instance, you are somebody who has been having sex in a certain way with your partner, and now you're realizing that that doesn't actually fulfill you anymore. Like it's kind of like take it or leave it, or maybe even stronger than that. It could be like, I actually really don't want to do that anymore. That just feels horrible to me. It actually feels heart-wrenching. You know, there may even be tears that are coming after these experiences of like, wow, what is going on? Why is this my experience of intimacy? You know, there could be a whole range. And what is happening is you're becoming more aware of what it is that is important to you, what your body truly desires. You're perhaps starting to wake up to noticing the feelings and longings and knowings of the body, and in that there needs to be some kind of change. So change creates all sorts of resistance in us. And for a lot of people, they don't want to ask for something different because these are some of the reasons I think that it's happening and that I notice is happening, is that there's a fear of what will happen if you ask for this. So will there be some kind of uncomfortableness? Will there be some kind of confrontation? What will be the outcome? So it's like, oh, I'd prefer not to say anything because I don't want to have to deal with this unknown, possibly quite horrible outcome. Or perhaps you're worried about like hurting another person. You're like, oh, that might feel really not good to them if I say no to this. So there can be, this could be coming up too. And in that, there's a lot of projection into this like unknown future. You really have no idea what is going to happen when you start to communicate and ask for something different. Actually, no idea whatsoever. It's just a total made up fabrication, like looking to the future. And we can also be loving about it too, because, you know, there's this part of self that is really trying to take care. It's like, well, let's like take care of you here. Let's not create confrontation because that's not going to be very nice. Let's be more loving and just keep everything the way that it is. Or let's not say anything because, oh, I really care for this person and I I don't want to hurt them, so maybe I should just go along with it. You know, that will be better. But the way I see it is there's really like two possible outcomes. One outcome is that you carry on even though you feel a no, or you feel like a desire for something different. You carry on the way that you are without having any kind of discussion with this other person. You just carry that all yourself. You carry on the way that you are. Or the other option is that you make change, that you speak what's really going on for you, and you actually start to make some change. And both of these options have different outcomes. One, the first option where you just carry on the way that you are, well, there is only really one outcome for that. And that is that you are going to shut down more and more, and you're going to bury what you're feeling. So you're going to be like actually kind of quite closed off to that person. And over time, that will become more and more apparent. You'll be more and more closed off. So ultimately, that relationship, whether that's a friendship or a sexual partner, is going to end. I mean, that's a reality. It will be over because you will be so shut off that you'll be more and more frozen to them, to the point where any love will just go, because that's just the way that it is. So that's option one, saying nothing and carrying on the way that you are. That is actually the option. That's what will happen. And the other option is that you speak your mind and you share what's really going on, and you open up some space for some sort of negotiation, you know, like, I would like this. What about you? Can we meet somewhere? Like, what do you really want? Can we talk about this? And in that, it feels really vulnerable, because you're opening up to all your fears, you know, fear of rejection. If they, that's basically what could happen. Maybe they're going to reject you. You don't know. That's a fear that could be coming. This fear of like maybe hurting them. And so you're opening up to this possibility, but you're also opening up to the possibility of having a deeper connection and actually having a connection, because this is really the only way. If you don't speak your mind, you're going to close off, fall off, shut down, it's all going to be over. This other way, which feels like way harder, you know, because it's action, it's different, it's, you know, it's vulnerable, in my mind is the only way, because otherwise it's all over anyway. And in that opportunity that you have of speaking your mind, you really do open to deeper connection and love, because you're going then to another level together. You're moving into something new and different. And it really is the only way. And you're moving into a space where you are honouring yourself, your body, what you really, really are aligned with, your authentic self. And there cannot be a bigger joy in living than when there is no longer a discrepancy between self and life. When life and self are together, it's this ultimate joy and pleasure. It's pure beingness and openness. So if you want to choose that path, we could call it the path of the warrior, you know, the warrior of self, then that is open to you. And if you choose to say nothing for now, that's also okay too, you know. Let's just pour love over that. That's you in that moment taking care of self in the way that you are choosing, but just be real about that choice, you know. Don't do that with blinkers on, because there is an outcome for that choice too, and it's inevitable. And I really wish to open up this discussion and share with you. I just got a couple of notes about some of this, which I'm going to check. So I really wanted to say a lot of things about this. So yeah, really just opening up that as an invitation for you for perhaps this week to see, like, where is it in life that you are holding back, not being honest and true with yourself first and with others that you interact with. And do you have a story about that? Like, you shouldn't share with them your truth because that's taking care, and let's call bullshit on that story and really think about what's true going on, which is fear, that there's fear about sharing how you truly feel, and true taking care, true opening only comes from vulnerability and from authentic, honest sharing. And then there's like, the options are limitless, you know, the pleasure is limitless, the joy is limitless, and the connection is limitless. And I want to wish you luck and joy in this. And it might be useful, I find it useful to think about like who I am and what I wish to bring into my life and what I no longer wish to tolerate. So you might want to start having a page for each of those in your journal or something, where you write down what it is that you want to move towards. So for instance, I want my personal, some of the things is I want to move towards always feeling connected and in choice during sex. Could be, it's not very well worded there, but the idea being that I don't want to be making love, having sex when I am not 100% in it. And I notice, you know, that can come in and out sometimes. So I want to really make a commitment to myself that I am going to honour myself and my partner to only carry on, nourish, create when I'm fully in my yes, 100% in that yes. And yeah. So I want you to have a beautiful day and look forward to connecting with you next week.